This wedding day verse that I didn't rehearse was penned to remember this day, when this bloke and his chickie, our own Darryn and Vicky, got hitched on the 27th of May. I'll begin if I can, when romance began, 11,000 miles due north, when the bride and the groom both left their own room and a night of drinking came forth. A night on the town, his eyes green and brown, on a group of girls he spied. When the wine it was corked, Vicky thought she was being stalked as Darryn he followed his bride. We know fate can be fleeting, and from this chance meeting, way out there in NZ, I had nothing to rhyme with New Zealand, I'm sorry. They fulfill their dreams in the land of the Queens, and today they've both been wed. From Joburg he hails, with I suppose many tales, as we know that life can be brutal, but Vic's best goal defence could not make less intense his feelings for this blonde girl from Boole. This big music fan became Vicky's man, and the romance it had a jump start. He became baby cakes around Italy's lakes as she mapped out a route to his heart. Their love life unravelled as they were well travelled. Their hearts they bumped with a spark. They lived on good cheer and plenty of beer in Leeward's pubs like Joan of Arc. Then this IT whiz, with his heart all at his, thought he'd give his teacher a lesson. Out there in Dubrovnik, he said, "I love you, Vic," even though inside he was stressing. Vicky said yes, a resound acquiesce, as love it seemed on the menu. They had their consent and invitations were sent, St. Peter's Church, the venue. So Miss O'Keefe's now a Golby, so in surround sound and Dolby, let's stand and raise this roof. To this husband and wife, let's wish a long life to Darryn and his lifelong spouse.
Speaking of dummies, for Darryn's stag do, we dressed him up as a big baby. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I honestly wish you could have seen him, because words just cannot explain how silly he looked.
So, as most of you all know, Vic and I met in Queenstown, New Zealand about 7 years ago when we were both travelling. Despite what Vic says, and obviously she does say this, I didn't stalk you. It was pure coincidence that I ended up in the same bars you went to. Having only known each other for those few nights in Queenstown, it became apparent I'd fallen for Vic quite hard. We continued to talk almost every day for the next 3 months until I decided to breathe. Until I decided to end my travels and come back home. Little did I know this was to be the best decision I've ever made. And Vic, I made up my mind I'd spend the rest of my life with you a long time ago. Long before I proposed, and thinking about it, I'm actually glad you said yes, because I don't think your family would have liked my plan B.
After a few dates, she brought him to Liverpool to meet her family and friends, and she warned him that I would be the one he had to impress. He still rips me now about eyeballing him and giving him the Spanish Inquisition. But as I got to know him, I realised how lovely he is, how generous, helpful and considerate he is, and how much he adores Vicky. I now consider him one of my best friends, and I love you for how happy you make Vicky. We also have a similar crude sense of humour, and I get more dirty text messages off Darryn than I do from my own husband.
You're absolutely incredible today, as you do every day. I love you in so many ways and for so many reasons, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Of course, like all couples, we'll have our ups and our downs. That wasn't funny, Carol. We will have our ups and we will have our downs, but there's no one I'd rather spend or have those down moments with.